that the hat doesn't match the outfit. Okay, I know that. This hat, Black Wall Street, built by necessity. It's Black History Month. I got some things in the fire right now. Just so happens that it's taking a little bit longer to master. Yeah, we got some things going. And then after that, I need some water already. Damn. I didn't forget about you, but I got some water over there. But I'll get to it later in a minute. No, I didn't forget about you. I didn't crash out. I don't think I made it. I'm not being lazy. I've been trying to make some dollars and work on this investment, meaning this channel. Working on an investment, meaning this channel. I don't know. I've been working on this channel behind closed doors since 9 p.m. Central Time. Yeah. I got information to bring you all. Sometimes it takes a little time. I don't punch a 9 to 5. I had to get my own money. Have to do something for self. Mandatory. Especially if you're me. Especially if you've been through the things that I've been through. Yeah, you'd be like, do for self. I'm gonna grab some water right here. Yeah, I need water already. Damn. I didn't forget about you all. I've just been working. Yeah. This channel, Mo Powers, MOPOWERZ, and THEMOSHOW Chicago. I've been classics, I'm sorry. THEMOSHOW classics. I've been busy tonight. I know that, you may not see it on video. It don't work like that. Especially when you're your own team. You got supporters, but you're your own team. You are your best campaign, Mo. And you, everybody that's out there in the chat room, you are your best campaign. So I've been working. You'll get to see it in a minute. After this live, we got uploads coming. Yeah. Rapper Money. That's going to be on the classics. THEMOSHOW classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. Yeah, we burn the midnight oil. Built out of necessity. That's what we're doing. How many of you all are building out of necessity? You may say, well, Mo, it's common sense right now. No, it's not common sense, because common sense really is not common anymore. You know how you try to have a conversation with the person, or you have an encounter with the person, and you are delighted to meet them, but as soon as they open their mouth, you know that that's someone that you really don't want to deal with. THEMOSHOW Chicago. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming in, we're asking that you smash the subscribe button. Yes, late night. Am I tired? Hell yeah. Aren't you tired? Have you not been slaving? Pop that whip, trying to make some ends. Either way, you either pop yourself with the whip, meaning you're self-motivated, self-employed, all that good stuff. Yeah, it just looks off right now. Maybe it's because I'm tired. I don't know. Or you're doing a 9 to 5, which you have to do. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. We just do things a little different. We just do things a little different. Who we got out there? What's up, Aunt? What's going on, Clip? Clip per call. What it is? Shouts out to Clip. Because you could have been doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. And we tip our hat to you. What do you do for a living? I do a lot of things for a living. I haven't reached the goal that I really wanted to. But as of now, for the past, I don't know, over 20 years, I make documentaries, independent movies, and videos. That's what I do. And I'm here on YOUTUBE, YouTube. Yeah, I wanted to spell it out versus say it. Now, these documentaries and commercials and videos that I do or work for a living as, it's a trade. And I'm so glad that I learned a trade and I didn't have to go to some institution to learn it. I learned it on my own. The School of Hard Knocks Life. Yeah. And I make videos, documentaries, and commercials for local artists, local businesses. Yeah, people that want things done. I got into TV, music, way back in the day. Maybe say like 2001. As they say in the industry, got bit by the bug. And with job losses and everything that took place, laid off, or you just can't work here no more. I got tired of that. But I knew why I was going through it. And after coming from a stint of time in prison, I knew that a few doors were going to be closed for me, a lot of doors. So while I was there on vacation, knowing what was ahead of me, I decided to think upon things that would help me financially that I can do for myself, business-wise. Yeah, had I listened to God, Jehovah, Yahweh, Krishna, whatever you want to call him or her, had I listened to that energy power, I got to turn this down. I'm looking for the remote. Okay. Yeah. I had a lot of time to think about what I needed to think about. Got saved in the process, though. But, it could have got worse. But all along, while I was out there doing wrong, yes, while I was out there doing wrong, sorry about the tongue twist, it happens sometime. But while I was out there doing wrong, the energy force, the G force, the God force knew that I was doing wrong. And you know when you're doing wrong, and you know when you're doing right. Even if you are a racist person, like we have today as the head of the U.S., Donald Trump, we know that he's a known racist. I don't know why people are surprised about that. But getting back to the story, now that you all know what I do for a living, what is the goal? The goal is to do what everyone else do. What's that? CHXHSG642. Don't even know how to pronounce that, but I want to give him, her a shout out. Okay? What's going on, Lemon? Lennon Esparza. Lennon Esparza. Shouts out to Lennon Esparza. We appreciate you all for being here. Yeah. So that's what I do for a living. I work. Just like everybody else work. I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. But I do have investments. And if you're not investing in yourself, shame on you, especially at this date and time. Invest in something. It doesn't have to be the stock market. It doesn't have to be, penny stocks. It don't have to be that. It could be you investing time in your talents. Whatever they may be, everybody has different talents that they can tap into if they wanted to or spent the time to do it. Great example. I love watching the Olympics. And that's too is what I've been doing. Have you seen the medals that we've won in the U.S.? But that Italian team and Norway, they causing troubles. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, we're third place in regards to gold medals. And Lindsey Vonn, did you see how she crashed out? Did you see Madison Chalk and Evan Bates? Did you see them? Did you see Erin Jackson, which is the only black female that I've seen in the Winter Olympics thus far? You got that girl out there in California. What's her name? Chloe Kim? Yeah, on the women's downslope. Have you seen it? And all of these people are young people. I have no script for this. I didn't do no research. I don't have nothing. Coming straight from here. But do you see how many young Olympian champions that we have, whether it be gold, bronze, or silver? "19 years old, 17 years old at the Olympics as a participator, not an observer, but a participator. That is which we can do if we set our mind to it. That which we can do if we put our mind to it. Did you see Breezy Johnson out there? Shouts out to Breezy Johnson. I remember back in the day when I used to watch Michelle Kwan, 5-time champ, just like DMX, 5-time champ. Yeah, we like watching winners around here. Sadly, Madison Chalk and Evans Bate, the married couple, they were supposed to win that gold. They were supposed to win that gold. Even in sports, there's inequality. I'm just saying. Yeah, even in sports, it's inequality. All a gamble. Just like life is a gamble. What are you gambling on? Are you gambling on life or are you gambling on destruction? Only two options that you have here on this planet as a human being in flesh form. Yeah, flesh. You stick fire to it and you go, ah! Yeah, flesh. And I don't care if you black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Guatemalan, Japanese, Alaskan. It don't matter. When the heat hits the skin, we all human. The largest organism. Yeah, the largest organism. Your skin, your body that you have in or on your body, okay, to be grammatically correct, okay. Yeah, built by necessity. And right now, a lot of people here in America, we have to build for necessity. Black Wall Street. This is Black History Month. This is the 13th day now, like 2 hours into the 13th day. I'm working on material from the 12th day, which is mastering right now. We got a whole bunch of other stuff coming for you all. We've been working, okay? It's Black History Month. Why do I still see these articles across Washington Post, USA, Boston Globe, Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago Tribune, Newsweek, People, Star, Sun-Times? Why do I see all of these murders happen in the black community? LA Times. It's Black History Month. Now, this channel is not a bigotry channel. You can be whatever religion you want to be, whatever creed, color. It don't matter. The only thing we ask is that you be respectful in this chat room. If not, I give anybody out there permission to block someone that is being disrespectful. Yeah, we had nothing tonight. Just coming from here. Who we got out there? Shouts out to Dimple from India. Shouts out to Kenneth Cooley. What's going on? BRB, bathroom and relocated drink. Trumpkin. Yeah, Trump broke us all. Trump broke us all. If you all are not feeling the bang, quick jab of Trump, even the millionaires, just ask Mickey Rourke. Just ask Mickey Rourke if he's feeling the pow of Trump. Just ask your next door neighbor. Just ask your relatives. Just look at the conditions on the street. America is most definitely feeling the punch of Trump. Yeah, that's what it is. No one's rich anymore. Oh, we have a lot of rich people. Who said that there? Kenneth Cooley. Shouts out to Kenneth Cooley. He says that no one's rich anymore. Oh, that's a lie. Oh, that's a lie. Donald Trump is a billionaire. Jay-Z is a billionaire. The royal family is a billionaire. Or are billionaires. Yeah, including those other 13 families, which they call the Olympians. They rich too. But the majority of the people, I do agree with you, I have to be grammatically correct. Just YouTube business. Really, no one is rich anymore. Another great example, I used to live in San Diego. I used to live by Balboa Park. Okay? Like 6th and Laurel. Anybody know where that's at? Anybody out there from Cali, SD, San Diego, turn uptown, which is now downtown. They're leaving the area. Yeah, down there by the Brass Rail, Hillcrest. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that area. I used to live there. But now it costs like $250,000 in regards to income just to live in that area. And even they are trying to escape financial crumbling. Costs too much to live in California. Costs too much to live anywhere. Like on the west side of Chicago. Want you to pay $1,400 a month to live in the hood. I'm just saying. Dimples, I'm from India, okay? What part of India are you from, Dimple? I pray for you and everybody that's out there in the chat room. Shouts out to Dimples, you all from India. Load of pizza in the convention oven. What's going on, Kenneth? Chicago here. Oh, Kenneth, you from Chicago. That's what it is. What side of town are you from? Are you from the north side, east side, west side, south side? We were just over there on the south side the other day, over there on 63rd and Cottage Grove, if you're from the south side. They feeling the punch of America. Got a lot of blood on his hands. One mic, so focused. People got a lot of money or access to money. Don't be fooled. I'm sure of that. I'm sure that a lot of people have access to a lot of money because they were at the Super Bowl. They were at the Super Bowl. People still paying memberships to the gym, Planet Fitness. People still going to the movies. People still shopping at malls. Yeah, people got money out here. But they say that they're broke. Are you one of those people? Who lied to yourself, about being broke? Me? I'm broke. I'm broke. If you have under $5,000 right now in your bank account, you're broke. I'm broke. Now, if you got a stash box somewhere that's outside of, what you got, that's a whole nother demonstration. Smash up the likes, you all. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you do what? Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. And if you're feeling generous, we have memberships to this channel. We have silver memberships and we have gold memberships. But we understand that it's hard times out there for anybody. Yeah. But we appreciate you for being here. A great example would be people that stand in the city of New York and they can't get any heat in their building, yet they're paying $3,000 a month. That's right, $3,000 a month. With no heat. Has anybody seen that video yet? I know I've seen it. And that's a damn shame. But what can you do if you don't do for self? Now, I know a lot of people that's in New York, they are in those housing projects. Yeah. I used to live on the 11th floor, right off of 14th and Avenue D on the 11th floor. And there are a barrage of people that stay, a barrage of people that stay in those buildings. And if I'm not mistaken, Donald Trump had owned that building that I stayed in, brought it from the city. Yeah, right off the FDR. Yeah, I ain't paying Trump no rent. But needless to say, that's not why I left. I ended up moving upstate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Upstate New York. But getting back to the conversation, right? How is it that we, as people, are supposed to survive in these times, under these circumstances, and it's Black History Month, whereas we have a black racist in office? Yeah, Black History Month. Did you learn anything? I didn't forget. And for all of these people, phone calls, that I've been getting, more so phone calls. You know how sometimes you have people that call you on the phone versus sharing their identity with social media, especially if they know you, they'll just give you a call. They like, what's going on, Mo? You just chopping it up? Yeah. But seeing that it's Black History Month, they want to interrogate me about Minister Louis Farrakhan. What about him? I want to say this one more time. If you are a religious person, great for you. If you're not a religious person, great for you. If you are on a different frequency, frequency versus what the man is leaving in his message, well, you're just on a different frequency and maybe you have to catch up. Yeah, I'm having a problem with that cue. Yeah, that is a topic of the conversation. Black History Month, Black message to America. It's not about religion. Yes, Minister Louis Farrakhan is a religious man. I'm not religious. However, I strive to be one who work to submit his will to do the will of God. Whatever you want to call him or her. I know you got many people believe in Kemetic gods. You got people believe in India gods, Zoroastrian gods, Confucius, Buddha. So, all kind of gods all over the place. But the real God is within you. You see, that's where you grab your G-force. That's where you grab your power stick. Not from someone that's out there in space that you can't see. No one that you can't understand. No one that you don't reflect. Now, it's a shame if you don't reflect God and you know God. That's a shame. But many people reflect the devil. I mean, God did make the devil. Seeing that was his lower self, okay, as they would call it. Yeah, we're just chopping it up tonight. Because I've been getting interrogated over the phone about how you're promoting Louis Farrakhan. Man, y'all already know me. I promote righteousness. I do not promote inequality. Who we got out there? Have land, grown a garden. I'm glad you've grown a garden out there, Kenneth. You know why? Because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. With all of the poisonous food that we have, cancerous food that we're eating, consuming, cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, and with the prices of everything going up, including all of that which I just mentioned, food, water is a number one nutrient and access. Yeah, access to have it, to have good food. Grow your garden. Have you learned anything, Kenneth, from growing your own food? Have you understood the culture in cultivating your own food? The love that it takes to cultivate your own food, Kenneth? I have. I've shown you all gardens years ago that I work with. Yes, vegetable gardens, fruit gardens. And trust me, when you invest time in that, your food will taste better and it is more healthier for you. Seeing that we're talking about a message to Black America, but not only to Black America, it's for everybody that wants the message. You can be a Caucasian, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, and understand the message because oppression exists everywhere, in every country, in every social class of a people, not just Black people. It just happens to be Black History Month. And guess what? I really don't have no topics. So we just chop, 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 chop. Chopping it up like the Chinese man do some sauce and some pepper steak. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Built by necessity. Louis Farrakhan. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time. Just one more time. And it is my hopes that you all understand what's happening here. Yes, I am one who worships God. Yes. Yes, I am a former feudal Islam before the minister sold it out to Scientology. Yes, How long have I been in the nation? Seriously, on a serious level, I don't know. Maybe 25 years on a serious level. I used to have another life before this time. I used to have another life before this time. People think that the minister is just about religion. No, he's not. Minister Louis Farrakhan is about making moves, power moves, not only for himself, but for a certain section of a people that he represents, despite the fact that he's grown to represent humanity. But a lot of those messages are for a specific section of a people. Oh yeah, soil's bad for the farmers. Grown in all those sides. I've got big chat, my own clean compost, my fertilizer, all. So Kenneth, you say you from Chicago, but yet you have all of this big garden equipment, material, and vegetation. What side of town do you stay on? Because I know in the city, which I was born and raised, concrete jungle, unless you are on the outskirts of the city, you can't have what you have as a production. Maybe you got it on your back porch. I don't know. Here in Chicago, we have courtway buildings that have large back porches that you can enclose and make your own shield so that your fruit don't get cold. You can place lights, electricity. I get it, but I can't see that happening in the city, Kenneth. Jenny, what's going on? God chooses. God will separate the wheat from the chaff. Kenneth, Naperville. Oh my God. Hey, I got a story for you out there in Naperville. I got a couple of stories. My first story about Naperville is when me and my brother, Kevin X, rest in peace, went out there to Naperville to investigate a unconstitutional act in the Nation of Islam. Yeah. And we went out there and we saw the sister, and her house is just filled with the messenger. But there was a harem going on with Brother Warren Muhammad. He got the brakes beat off him, all gas, no brakes. But he got the brakes beat off on him. And had it not been for that sister in Naperville, we would have never known. Another incident in Naperville where the guy stabbed that lady to death over a car. Well, Morton Grove is right next door. Yeah, stabbed the lady to death over a bad car. The fire that took place out there in Naperville. And for everybody that's out there that's not from Illinois, Naperville is a very racist town, just like Donald Trump. At one point, I used to work out there in Palatine, which is not too far from Naperville. Yeah, another racist little town in Illinois. Hell, Illinois is divided by racism every day, every single day. Not whereas you have it in New York City where you have people from all different cultures just everywhere. You know, you got Chinese living with Dominicans. Yeah. Um, Go Bears. Caleb Williams. No Langs. Shouts out to No Lang. No Lang, GLETZ. Hey, you know who you are. And I recognize you. I do not want to mispronounce your name. So we'll just leave it at No Langets. Okay. Shouts out to No Langets. Okay. And about the Bears, they're talking about moving to Indiana. You know. Yeah. And it's pretty good chances. Now, you have people screaming for them going to Arlington Park over there. Caleb Williams, the Bears, they will no longer be the Bears. They will be something else, just like you got the Las Vegas Raiders versus Oakland Raiders. Will they still be the Bears in Indiana? Indiana Bears? Do that even sound right? Could you imagine the city of Chicago without a football team after spending your entire life as an adult having a football team in the city? But Governor Pritzker said that he would help finance the situation. Not that he would do it all, but he would help finance the situation to keep them here in the city. But they going wherever the money is at. That's how it is. Go where the money is at. You got a town, I don't know, maybe we Chicagoans are not paying enough for the tickets at Soldier Field. I don't know what's going on with the Papa Hallis team. I don't know what's going on with the Papa Hallis team, but they needed to get it together because Chicagoans are really going to be sick if they have no football team here at Soldier Field. And if you've never been to Soldier Field in the cold when those Bears are playing, you best believe you're missing a great time in your life. Not to mention the fact that you have people barbecuing. Yeah, right outside the stadium in the cold. Chicago, cold, grimy. Sincere to the Bears and the Bulls and the Blackhawks and the Sox and the Cubs. But when you get here and you're not from here, make sure if you come here in the wintertime, you got some gear on you to keep your body warm. But getting back to the minister, I'm Italian, brother. They don't like my kind here either. What's going on, Kenneth? Yeah, what side of town you on, man? Spit some knowledge. Hey, I got some knowledge. I'm loading up knowledge right now. If you all want some knowledge, just go watch my live videos on this channel. If you want more knowledge, go to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE. And if you are into Chicago old school music, hip hop, gangster rap, spoken word, independent movies, go to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. Those are the only 3 channels that I have, okay? And I'm sure that you can find some great entertainment over there for you on either channel, whether it be regular entertainment or mental entertainment. We have a lot of mental entertainment on this channel, but on that other channel, MOPOWERZ, we got a lot of mental food for you. Flavor Flav, dudes, I love your music. What's going on? What's going on, Mac Middens? Shouts out to Mac Middens. D.B. Hello, I am a dolphin trainer from Florida. I'm looking for advice on how to get my squids to calm down. Can I get some kind of help? That's what D.B. wrote, you all. The last commenter in the room, and I want to say shouts out to him or her. I don't know how to calm dolphins down. It would be ignorant of me to speak about something that I don't know. But marine biology, fishes, I can't help you with that. Can anybody out there help her with that or him with that question? Like, what do they really, squids and sharks? Well, I would think that squids would be a predator to a shark, whether it's, it be in a enclosed, captivated environment like SeaWorld or something. Do you work at SeaWorld out there? I don't know. If a squid see a shark, it's an automatic like fear, right? That's just nature. No, I work at Walmart. Come on, man. You work at Walmart, but you're dealing with dolphins and squids. Not at Walmart. I don't know what type of Walmart you work at. But if you got that one Walmart, like the mall has, meaning the big mall in Minnesota, yeah. Have you ever been there? At the Marine quarters that they have there? Mall of America? But you work at Walmart, okay. Thank you for the energy, though. And if this is your first time chiming in, you all, we ask that you do what? Smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button, the word all, and the notification bell to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE or go live. Like now. Yeah, stuff is loading up and maybe already ready. But I had to bring something to you, seeing that, what was I doing? But there's a lot that I could be doing, which is more researching, gaining more information, arming myself with information that I'm going to bring you sometime today after noon. Yeah, burning the midnight oil. I'm totally baked right now. I just smoked a giant purple haze blunt I got on sale at the dispensary. Where you from? Art lovers. I'm a former bass pro shop in Perry. Bass, fishing. I have pet dolphins. Man, where you live at? And you working at Walmart. And you got dolphins. Unbelievable. Yeah, you can't be working at Walmart and got a swimming pool in your backyard, bro. You can't be doing that. Should America be crip again? What do you mean, should America be crip again? I'm from North Korea. Oh, B.B. You are from North Korea? Would that happen to be Pyongyang? Are you from Pyongyang, North Korea? Are you anywhere by the DMZ? I was in South Korea. And I was on the DMZ line there. 2nd Infantry Division in Korea. So I know about Pyongyang. I know about Tundachun. I know about Uijeonbu. I know about Seoul. I know about Osan, Tundachun, and a couple of other places out there in Korea, like that famous beach you all got out there. Magnificent. Stayed over in Korea for a whole year. Loved it. Quite different. And I remember going into a store to get some soju in Korea. Yeah. If you've never been to Korea, if you do happen to go, make sure you experience soju. Okay. Yeah, but when I walked in the store to get some soju, it had the owners of the stores, but they had some children in the store, and the child walked up to me and was just rubbing my hand. And I told the child, no, it don't come off. They never seen a black person. Yeah, and that was in Weejumbu. And our base was right across the street from the store. Yeah. Golf 70 Deuce, baby. Wow, that was a long time ago. Golf 702, baby. I don't know, 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Weigh in on Catholic churches. Oh, wise one. Kill Bill. Kill Bill, you want me to talk about the Catholic Church? Since we're just chopping it up, I get you. Catholic Church is a monster. Did you know, Kill Bill, that your birth certificate and your social security card is on the Wall Street in the Vatican City? Did you know that? Did you know that St. Peter's was formed exactly like the temple over there in Egypt? Yeah. Did you know, Peter, Kill Bill, I'm sorry, that those obelisks that you see in Rome at the Vatican, St. Peter, were brought from Kemet, aka Egypt, over there to Rome? White people didn't build that. They stole it from black people. Built by necessity. Black History Month. If this is your first time chiming in, we ask that you smash the subscribe button. We're just chopping it up right now. Seeing that Kill Bill wanted me to get on the Catholic Church. In addition to what I said, Catholic Church also did what? Propagated slavery, sanctioned slavery. The Pope did that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to correct something. Hold on. Yeah, we back. Yeah, the Catholic Church sanctioned slavery. The Pope himself sanctioned slavery. Not to mention all of those little boys, you know, those altar boys, altered them. Yeah, when digging all into their booty holes. Catholic Church. But they have enough people where what they call the archdiocese, how many millions of dollars? The Catholic Church is corrupt. I'm just saying. Anything else you want me to expound upon with the Catholic Church? Oh, and that new Pope is from one of these suburbs here in the city, outside the city of Chicago. Okay? Yeah, that new Pope. But with the Super Bowl and the new Pope, Seattle won. So when there's a new Pope coming in, you all know to bet on Seattle. That is like a trend going on right now. For the past couple of popes, I'm just saying. Yep, I'm from Pyongyang. I'm moving to Poland tomorrow. Damn. Man, how you moving from Pyongyang to Poland? I get it though. If you're one of those travelers like I am, wherever you wherever you place your hat as your home. I feel you. Live life, you know. Go over there and learn some Polish language. I'm sure it'll be quite interesting. It gets cold in Poland and it gets cold in Korea. I don't know if Poland has a monsoon season though, like Korea does. Korea has a monsoon season. Uncle, can you give a shout out to Ojas and Studi? Shouts out to Ojas and Studi. Shouts out to Ojas and Studi. I got around to you. I hope I pronounced your name correct. OJAS and Studi, STUTI. I hope I pronounced your name correct. If I didn't, I tried and I gave you a shout out. As it's warming upper states, New York. Man, upper state New York, Montebello, Saratoga, Lake George. Yeah. I don't think, Buffalo. I don't think it's warm right there right now. I think it's actually cold. Yeah. Did all of that. Had a great time in New York. Stayed on 87. Yeah. Can't forget Lameth. Can't forget Lameth upstate. If you all have never been to Lameth or Albany or Rochester or Syracuse, I highly recommend that you go. Get on that Deegan. Yeah, 287, 287. If you want to go to Binghamton, yeah, take 88. Yeah, Bennington. That's what it's called. Bennington. Take that, yeah. I know about upstate, what it is. Who are you? It's Bobby Trill. What it is, Bobby Trill, it's your late night host, Mo on THEMOSHOW Chicago from the concrete jungle. Who are you and where are you from? Penelope. Yes, same and different. It boils down to life, not death. But, death seems to be the order of the day. Shouts out to Penelope out there, you all. Shouts out to Penelope. Death seems to be the order of the day. And if it is not death, it is most definitely poverty and eviction time. Yeah. A lot of people suffering from the same three entities that I just mentioned. Hello, black man. What's going on, Tyrone Jose? What's going on, man? We're glad that you stopped by. And if this is your first time stopping by, we want to thank you for stopping by because you could have been doing something else with someone else or with your own self, But you decided to stop by to see what we had to say, so we appreciate you. 100. Greetings, black man. We appreciate you. Where you from, Tyrone? What city and state you from? Message here for review. Okay, so we're going to move on. But we were talking about Minister Farrakhan. Now, let me ask you a question. How many black civil rights people do you know still exist today from the 1950s and 1960s? Now, I know the civil rights really didn't take place until the 60s, but this man has been doing this since 1955. And all of you grasshoppers, meaning young people, don't you think that a man who has lived 92 years of his life and maybe 50 of those fighting for black liberation, black causes, and for the upliftment of humanity? See, the upliftment of humanity comes later down the line. Many people got the man confused. But I know what he did for me, and I know what the teacher did for me. The teacher is none other than Elijah. I know what those two men did for me. I don't know what they did for you. But had it not been for them, I would probably be dead somewhere. I was one of those radical dudes. Yeah. I was what they would call back then a YN. But I was sort of academically smart. But I had uncles. I had members that were gangbangers. I had my cake and ice cream. Learned from both realms. Not only from the gangbangers to uncles who cared about family and had family fabric, but also learned from the streets and learned about society academically wise. So I would say I'm well-rounded, you know. I'm not the smartest Pop-Tart. But I can hold a conversation with the person on any given topic. You from Spain? No, man, I'm not Terry Crews, man. Now, I wish I had Terry Crews money. No, but I'm not Terry. We may look alike, you know. They say we all look alike, you know. You fit the description. Shouts out to Tyrone, Jose out there, okay? Yeah. But back to Farrakhan. And hopefully this is my last time explaining this. It's not the religion. The man got to move a certain way. Or had he not, he would not have been successful. Many people say, oh, he's plugged with those people. I don't think so, according to his net worth. Have you looked at Minister Farrakhan's net worth after fighting for black liberation since 1955? Has anybody seen his net worth? Did you understand why he sold the Nation of Islam to Scientology, which he still has a percentage in? Because black people took him for a joke. Seeing that it's Black History Month, black people took that man for a joke. It was beyond Allah. It was beyond the Quran. And the messages that he did bring years ago are still relevant to today. You have all of these social media giants on YouTube. And they try to direct you to someplace else and tell you to vote for a devil, for a demon. Yo, Haas! Where you at, Haas? Now I like Hassan Campbell. But Hassan Campbell went and told people to go vote for the devil. I'm just saying. He told people to go vote for the devil. Hassan has good material sometimes, not all the time. But you know, it is what it is. I'm staying in my lane right now. He got his lane, I got my lane. Like everybody got their lane. But I do like watching this content. Sometimes it's very informative, and sometimes, it's not. Like any other content creator, okay? Shouts out to Hassan Campbell. Or how hard it is to get an ID. An ID like what? What you talking about, Chris? Chris Guthrie. What's going on, Chris Guthrie? It's not hard to get an ID. And speaking of Guthrie, hey, for those of you out there, do you all watch today's morning show? Yeah, Savannah's Guthrie mother is still missing. You know, the anchor woman on the Today Show, her mother is missing. It's been over 10 days. Over 10 days. I know she's a white lady and everything, but she still brings the world pertinent information for everybody. And that's somebody's mama. Okay? Nancy is somebody's mama. And I don't care what color you are. You can be white, black, Chinese, Puerto Rican. Who cares what color of crayon you are in the box? That's somebody's mother that's kidnapped from her own home. I mean, do you think she's dead? Do you think she's still alive? And I just got on that situation, on that topic, because we had Chris Guthrie in the building. And by the way, you all, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes, you all. If this is your first time chiming in, smash up the likes. And if you're feeling generous, you can join a membership to this channel. Silver or gold. We highly appreciate you. But if you can't get a membership, do it the old-fashioned way and subscribe. It helps the video with the algorithm and it helps promote it more. So we appreciate you for being here because you too are going to promote it. You're here. I'm sure you like the information. If you did not like the information, you wouldn't be here. But we thank you for giving us a chance to see what we got to say. Your ID, Chris, man, just go down there with your birth certificate, social security card. Hell, they got stuff you can do it online and they'll mail it to you right now. But, if you got a couple of hours to spend in the DMV, it's going to be crowded. Maybe you want to get there before 7 a.m. or after 3 p.m. when the crowd is going down. Those are the best times that I've been noticing to go to the DMV, Chris. I've got sunshine. Matching fingerprints. What's going on a cloudy day? Shouts out to match fingerprints, you all. Yeah, shouts out. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, I didn't want it to spill, Yeah, but we back. Thickest glasses ever. Oh, man, I love my glasses, man. I'm looking to get another pair, I don't know, in the next 3 months or so. Every year I get a new pair. Transitionals, not from the dollar store. Yeah, I like my glasses. I don't know what type of frame I'm going to get next time. But we'll see in a couple of months, Put some chapstick on. I don't think my lips are all that bad, They say it's racist to have voter ID. Chris, I know with that voter ID thing, man. From the reports that I've read, it's better to have just your state ID wherever you're from versus a voter ID. I cannot wrap it around my head how a voter's ID supersedes a state ID or a state driver's license. It all sounds like a scam to me anyway. If you do not, just from my standpoint now, okay, if you don't have a state ID or a state driver's license, you shouldn't even have a voter's card. Now, once you get a state ID or a driver's license, you have the right to get a voter's card or not. But if you have a voter's card and no state ID or driver's license, your vote should be void. How many people in America that's documented here, that was born here, that was raised here, that don't have a driver's license or a state ID? And if I'm not correct, it's a law. Yeah, it's against the law for you not to have a state ID or a state driver's license if you're from this country. So it's a law to have one. And if you don't have one, but a voter registration card, nah. You know, they making those up every day. Just go over there in Little Mexico, you know. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. On the southwest side of the city. Go over there on Cermak in California. Go on 26th Street in Sacramento. 26th and Kersey. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Voter registrations card, you know, they can be gotten like, you know, fake IDs, you know. If that's what it takes, we don't need a state ID. We don't need a driver's license either. So why damn's fighting to death over voter's ID? I'm young and they turning me off big time. Hey man, I don't know. But being a voter, Chris, you know, like what are you voting for and who you voting for? Are you voting for a lesser evil or are you voting for a more aggressive evil? Like Donald Trump, he's a more aggressive evil. At this point in time in the U.S. history, what we got? Where's up? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's my demonstration on that, Chris. We're just chopping it up tonight. But as soon as this live is over, we upload because I know it's done. And then we got some more uploads to do. So yeah. I may not go to sleep, I don't know, till like 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, and it's going on 4. Well, it's a little after 3:20 Central Time, AM. And we still up. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't slacking on nothing. I've just been doing some other production work, even though I had to take a break yesterday. Yeah. You have to take a break sometime. Give your body a break, give your mind a break, then come back. Okay? Do most Americans take the short bus? I don't know, but a lot of people do. You know? Jim, what's going on, Jim? Shouts out to Jim. You know, you got people that take the short bus, you know. You got people that take the long bus. You know, it's still yellow. It's still yellow, you know. The same bluebird that we call them if you go to prison. The bluebird bus is the yellow bus, just painted a different color. I'm just saying. So, you know, there's a great chance that many people have run the short bus, the blue bus, the yellow bus, the bluebird. Yeah. So, yeah, getting back to Farrakhan and the civil rights. How many of you all know of a teacher that outlasted the man in teaching what he was teaching? Many people say that Minister Louis Farrakhan taught hate. Or teachers say, I highly disagree. That's just like saying that the educational system of America teaches hate. And if they do teach hate in their books and their curriculum, why do they still teach it? At least the man evolved into humanity. However, he did keep a certain section of a people, meaning black people, first. Don't white people keep white people first? Don't Chinese people keep Chinese people first? Don't Mexican people keep Mexican people first? Don't Japanese people keep Japanese people first? But when a black man want to put his people first and uplift them, then he becomes a threat. He becomes a berserker. He becomes the Black Hitler. Come on. How can you compare Minister Louis Farrakhan to Hitler? Hitler went to prison. Minister Farrakhan has never been arrested. Not to mention the fact that Minister Farrakhan has lived longer than Hitler. I know Donald Trump hates that and everything, seeing that he's got the Mein Kampf book, right in the Oval Office desk, Yeah. But we just chopping it up tonight, you all, like I said. No articles, no reports, no nothing. Just wanted to see what you all was doing and bring the awareness to Black History Month while I'm waiting for, my stuff to master over here. How is that our president can have all felons and you can't get a job? I used to talk about that all the time in my lives. The man got 34 felonies and still become president. I mean, you may have to ask Elon Musk about that, seeing that Elon Musk paid $290 million to get him elected. So if Elon Musk came out of his own pocket with $290 million to get this man in office, just think who's backing Elon Musk and what makes the white man different of having a criminal record of 34 felonies versus a black man or a Chinese man or a Puerto Rican man that's got 2 felonies that can't get a job at McDonald's. So, yeah, it's about politics. It's most definitely about politics. And it's not about anything righteous whatsoever. It's not anything about righteousness whatsoever. Always nice to see a trans woman out loud and proud. You go, girl. Oh, here we go. We got a troll. Did y'all hear what the troll said in the building? Shrek King Bush Pig. Well, Shrek, we do want to give you a shout out, okay, Shrek? Just for being here. Even if you're a hater, we thank you for being here. But Shrek, we're not trans over here. We are all natural over here. And we like natural things, meaning of the opposite gender. However, we do ask you to be respectful in the chat room. We don't care about your religion. We don't care about your color. We don't care about your race, your creed, or your pledges. We don't care about that. Just be respectful in the chat room and we all get along. But seeing that this is a public forum, well, every now and then you get a donut. Like you, Shrek. So Shrek, don't be a donut. Smash up the likes, you all. Needs a learning education. Missing a lot of context with those so-called felonies. Sorry, honest mistake. David, being fair, shouldn't the question of do you have a felony be removed from job applications? Hey, in fact about it, if I'm not mistaken, David, shouts out to David in the building, okay? David asked, should felonies, the question itself, be removed from job applications? Well, from the people that I know that work in business admins that hire and fire people, maybe it depends upon the state, but I know in the state of Minnesota, they don't ask you that no more. They're not supposed to. In fact, about it, America is going to be so full of felonies, people that have felonies. Yeah, just look at the laws. Each year they introduce something. And while they're introducing the new law to you, which entraps you, whereas you're thinking you not being entrapped if you don't go into those circles, but they got laws that will entrap you, railroad you, just for not knowing the law. But I don't think asking the question of have you been convicted of a felony is still on the applications in the state of Minnesota. And no, that shouldn't be a question. But then again, it should, then again, it should, because you can be you can be a killer, not well known, but one of those sleeper killers, serial killers that don't nobody know about, that ain't got caught yet. I mean, do you think that they should have it or not? I mean, if they have the question, they can use it against you. But either way, it don't matter. I haven't filled out a job application, I don't know in how many years. It's been a long time. A long time. But when they run their background checks on you, they automatically know if you have a felon or not. So, no, the question should not be asked. When that question is asked on job applications, those applications go right into the garbage can, or they just set on the side for an emergency. Most of them go in the trash can. But many Americans, sorry about that, many Americans are going to have felonies. Where there's poverty, there's crime. Where people can't pay their rent, where people can't eat, can't pay their car note, living outside in tents. Yes, it's going to be crime, and people are going to catch felony cases. But all of this can be avoidable from people at the top. All of this can be avoidable from people at the top. The only thing they have to do is sign off and have a humane heart. But it's sad that many of them Republicans in that House and the president himself, like Donald Trump, don't even have a heart for humanity. Not just black people, not just Puerto Ricans, white, Latinos, and those which I just mentioned. He ain't got no heart for them anyway. But for you white Americans out there, those Caucasians, he struck you too. He don't like you either. He like his bank account. Okay? I need some water right now. Yeah, that's right. He likes his bank account. And not you. And lied to the whole American people. All of us. And if you're a voter, you most definitely got shammed. Okay? I'm a CEO, a record bro. With a record, bro. Okay, what's going on, Tank? Shouts out to Tank, y'all. They pop up, depends on who you're dealing with. Depends on the crime, in my opinion. Okay, it depends on the crime. Well, look how many crimes that Donald Trump has committed. I mean, I don't know about you, Tank, but You have many Americans, young black men, young white men, young Hispanic men, that have criminal records that outweighs those of white males, Caucasian males. It's not a fair system. It's not a fair system. And everybody knows that Donald Trump ain't fair and that he's a racist. But so have your other 40-some presidents. They've been the same way. Racist. Nothing new. We just happen to have a devil that don't mind showing you who he is. And at this time, no one can seem to stop him because he got everybody in his pocket. In Africa, I bet the system won't be fair to me. No. I want to tell y'all something. Hey, Chris, let me tell you something. I don't care where you go on this planet Earth. It don't matter if you go to Jamaica. There's a system in play that is against you. If you're a black man anywhere on this planet, this society that we live in is a systematic society that not only lives off the backs of poor people, but this country would not have been established if it were not for the backs, blood, sweat, and tears of black people, many of whom was already here. Yeah, many of us was already here. Just ask Christopher Columbus. And Christopher Columbus, by him getting lost, just named these black people Indians. I think that was an interest of conflict, whereas you had the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the Romans, to confuse you historically wise, and seeing that Christopher Columbus got lost, and not to make himself look bad, he just called the people black Indians because they were black. He said they were dark people. So it's not like the light colored $5 Indian that you got now. Historically, we was already here. Hell, Mansa Musa sent a team out over here to America long before Christopher Columbus. Long before the Atlantic slave trade. I'm just saying. Yeah, long before that. But he who is in power controls the history and the education. Come back, all is forgiving. Bullshit. Consumed by race identity, trapped in your temporary material existence. Well, those are for people who think in the box. Spellcaster. Shouts out to Spellcaster. I don't think like that, Spellcaster. However, you can't refute that there is not a systematic way of doing things in America and across the world. If you are a well-known traveler like I am, and you see the same thing, even in religion, black people on the bottom. Even in religion, black people are cursed. Black people are servers in religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. People like, well, are you Muslim? Yes, I'm a Muslim by definition. And the definition of a Muslim is one who submits his or her will to do the will of God. That's it. That's just like you being a Christian. If you are a true Christian, working to be crystallized into oneness with God, a Christian. If you are Hebrew or you study Judaism, there's chinks in our religion. That's why it's best not to be religious. But even in the Jewish religion, they honor Moses. And Moses was a great example for them. Having been taught in all the schools and sciences of life, yeah, that got Moses. The magician, the wizard, the educator, the liberator, one who liberates a person, whether it be physical or mental. It's a great story, you know what I mean? It's all literature. It's a great story. I'm just saying. And it's a story because none of it is historical facts. If Moses was such a historical fact and a real person, why is it that we don't have a sepulcher? Why you have no gravesite? Any of the prophets, Jeremiah, Elisha, because Elijah went somewhere else. Enoch went somewhere else. Melchizedek went somewhere else. What about all of the rest of these prophets? No grave sites for them. You should think about that. But there is a universal God. Egyptian or Kemetic people have many gods. They have Ptah. They have Amun-Ra. They got Osiris. They got Cyrus. Isis and Osiris. But that's the Greek. But Asar, Aset, and Ptah are Kemetic names. The Osiris and the Isis are Greek names. Horus and Heru, Greek and Kemetic, He's not a victim. You just don't want to agree the truth hurts. I don't know. You're just a victim. You are slaving on about the Vikings. Some people can't admit the truth. Jesus is black. Jesus is black. I'm sorry to tell you folks out there. Jesus is black. Just think about that. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper for you, okay? Just for a minute. Jesus is black. Now, if you don't believe in the great blackness of people, if you don't believe in the great wisdom and education and the civilization of black people, just ask the members of your lodge. Masonic lodges? Anybody out there a Mason, Eastern Star, Skull and Bones, John Birch Society, Donald Trump, Knights of the Templar? When they get into their literature, the Brotherhood, where religion had failed men? Yeah, the Brotherhood, the 9 French noblemen. Yeah, the 9 French noblemen. When you go into the Grand Lodges, and I don't care where you at, you see black pharaohs, black gods, and goddesses that the Masonic order abides by from their teaching, not from Scottish rites, not from the York rites. not from the Shriners, because they get all of their information from the Black Comedic School of Thought. I'm sorry. I know that Prince Hall got its own thing, but Prince Hall, Scottish Masons, and York Masons, and the Rosicrucians, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Subscribe, share, and like. And if it's your first time tuning in, chiming in, we want to thank you for being here. It's a late night, but I am your late night host. And it's going on 4 a.m. in the morning, Central Time. And I'm going to be loading up videos as soon as I get off this live, because I know it's done right now. But I got to master 2 more. But those 2 more won't be as long. Yeah. So relax. You know what I'm saying? If you're staying up, get you some popcorn, put a little butter on it, with some lemonade. Yeah. Because we'll be right back. We'll be right back. And like I said, we want to thank you for chiming in. Keep it going up. Make Mob always on your side. What's going on, nephew? Nephew in the building. Damn. Yo, we got to get it going. We got to get it going. Nephew 100. Shouts out to Mac Mobley in the building, you all. Shouts out to Mac Mobley in the building. Can't wait to see you, man. Call me right as soon as this live is over, which will be in a couple of minutes, okay? Call me. We have a lot to discuss. Shouts out to Mac Mobley, you all. Yeah, but if you are into lemonade and butter, we deeply support law enforcement. Are you homosexual? Oh, come on, everybody. We're not homeless. We're not homosexuals over here. We're not homophobics either. Just keep that over there. We respect you if you're homosexual now. If you go that way, we still respect you. As long as you're respectful in the chat room, okay? We don't care what you are, what your lifestyle is. We don't care. As long as you are a respectful participant in the chat room. Shouts out to everybody in here. Yeah, that's what it says, his name is. Give Song, say hi. What's going on, Give? Muslim ain't homophobic, very rich. Well, you know what? My family think I'm rich. I don't know why, but they for sure think I'm rich. Does Call of Duty players count? Shouts out to everybody. Tank, peace be unto you, bro. Peace be unto you, Tank. And like I said, for everybody that's out there in the chat room, we're going to get out of here. But if you're into more history, more meat on your head, audiobooks, and you don't like to read, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, where you can find audiobook series like Stolen Legacy, Black Man of the Now, which is one of the best books and research material I've ever read and studied in my entire life, from Babylon to Timbuktu, which I put my foot in. Black Man in America. Message 2, that is. Message to the Black Man in America. The Destruction of Black Civilization. The Fall of America. The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca. The Miseducation of the Negro. The Demonology of King James. The world's 16 crucified saviors. Not one savior, but 16 crucified saviors. Get yourself over there, MOPOWERZ. And like I said, if you're into Chicago, old school hip hop, gangster rap, spoken word, comedy, independent movies, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space here, on YOUTUBE. And you can find the Chicago greats like Dion Porter, comedy. Yeah, Dion Cole, comedy. Diane Porter, comedy. Bernie Mac, comedy. Reggie Reg, comedy. Snoop, comedy. Quintella, comedy. Daryl Banks, comedy. Shari, comedy. All Chicago. Get yourself over there. And we got Lavelle Crawford, Richard Price, and a whole lot of other people. If you are into rap and hip hop, we got Common, Twister, Do or Die, Triple Darkness, Psychodrama, Drama Ward, Mecca, Official Business, Big Taz, Affiliated Fellas, Nomads, Mano. Even though Mano is not from Chicago, he's from New York, but he was in Chicago doing a show at the Rap Factory here on Fullerton and Western, and he performed, and we got him that night, okay? We got a whole lot of people over there. If you are into spoken word, we got Creative, we got Quintessential, One Man and the Mic, Hard Stopper, and a whole lot of other people. Still Black C, Malak, and Oron. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics. We got NA over there. We got Official Business over there, which I already said. But we also got Andub, Raw Dog, Galactic Boy Entertainment, KX, Illa Flows. We got a whole bunch of people over there. Lunatic the Messiah. Get yourself over there. Killer Bloodline, Project Pat. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics are one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out. Never ever give up on your DREAMS. Stay away from ice and learn something this Black History Month. We'll be back. Watch for the uploads. Maybe you'll see them when you wake up. That's my time, you all. Peace out. We appreciate you.